and he's on mission to scratch, which is a cool journey.
It's what you call the pot. That's the bit I haven't, because I think I've sort of ended up with that bit of sway,
Yeah,
as opposed to really
extending.
using the floor.
Yeah, putting the braking
Yeah.
forces in.
I'm not normally topping it quite like this.
Nicely slow and controlled. It's not about the range, it's not about the speed. A bit more of a jump with both feet. What a strike. What a golf shot. What a golf shot that was.
And my intention was the 150 there.
That was mega.
I guess what I have largely done is been positional,
Yeah.
and that's sort of I sort of struggled with getting my head around a transition, but from what I've looked at your stuff, you sort of like don't worry about that because it's throw this back.
Exactly.
I've been sort of getting there. The thing I'm sort of, I don't think I get my head round. So I think I've got all of that pressure shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what you call the pot. That's the bit I haven't, because I think I've sort of ended up with that bit of sway,
Yeah,
as opposed to really
extending.
using the floor.
Yeah, putting the braking
Yeah.
forces in.
So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So, how often are you playing at the moment?
I'm not
practicing.
I'm practicing
in the winter.
Well, I'm practicing maybe 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
So
On the range.
yeah,
Is that a running?
yeah. But I've just been focusing on iron striking really,
Okay.
because I know what I need to, well, I've got a pretty good idea of what I need to do with short game, but I sort of, starting point in my head was, right, let's get iron striking, then go to, then woods and driver, and then,
Yeah.
because that's sort of the fundamentals of the swing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Get some confidence with that and then expand and adapt to the other clubs.
Yeah.
And he's on mission to scratch, which is a cool journey to undertake. No worries.
Strike.
Lovely strike, wasn't it?
I'm not normally topping it quite like this. So what I've found when I'm on the course and when it starts going bad,
Yeah.
is I just resort, from playing at the Gogs, because it was sort of like England links, windy,
Yeah.
flat around, developed sort of a punch, a low, typical sort of links punch shot.
Yeah.
So my safe shot that I feel feels really comfortable and smooth is back of my stance.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Start to the right, sliding right to the 100, but drew
Yeah.
and low,
Which
which is what you played.
is what I'm playing for, right? And often
It's not a great ball. Some of these. There you go. That's it.
so that's, and I was ending up just taking 4-iron, hitting 4-iron like that,
And yeah,
because
Using
I
that
could
as a-
keep it in play.
using that as a game plan. Yeah. Yeah. What are your typical swing thoughts then? What are you aware of? Like at the moment, hitting these shots.
I sort of set up. I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to keep not over grip
Yeah.
with my hands. So
Yeah.
I'm sort of almost sort of gripping hard, a bit like a relaxation technique. Yeah,
Yeah.
you clench everything, then let it go. Yeah, sort of. I sort of trying to at the top, trying to get this elbow in here,
Okay.
so that I can then rotate.
Okay.
I don't feel as though right now I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Today, so far. The guy at Rudding had that jobby that makes a stick man out of you and
Yeah,
then
the
measures the rotations,
Yeah.
then compares it with a Tour Pro, and so I was then I was over rotating, so putting, because what I had sort of having started, well, back in the day, got that notion of what Tiger was doing, which was, this is 25 years ago, which was trying to get that separation in the torso.
Yeah.
So hips not rotating, shoulders rotating, winding up from here as opposed to now from here. I've sort of stopped that, but that was getting a bit much in terms of the hips. But you know, I can get there, right?
See, like you said, you've got the mobility.
I'm flexible, but it's almost like I struggle to sort of curtail it.
Yeah.
To sort of,
Yeah.
if I've got a wedge in my hand, I can sort of do that finesse shot. But as soon as I've got anything longer in it, it's sort of, it sort of goes up there.
When you need speed. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do a bit of profiling, and we're going to start to explore what it's like to create loading patterns left of the midline, and see what it's like for you to load and use your lead side, loading and unloading.
Yeah.
And let the body know that it's safe to do that, and then start to recognise orientation, sequencing, because it's like any, as a right-hander, if you're throwing, kicking or hitting, you're going to move left first, whatever you're doing, to create that stretch potential. So we've got to use our lead side if we've got the opportunity to. So that's where we're going to go and see what happens. And then we want to see at the minimum a consistent application of pressure of the ground within a functional range and a repeatable range for you, so that you're starting to apply the same forces on the body.
Yeah.
And then you can start to recognise how you can use those, what it's affording you in terms of orientation to the ball, to the target, not just swing, length or power, but how am I targeting myself? So what you're going to do first here, you're going to use this slider, and you're going to just slide to the side, okay, and twist the foot in 45 degrees and bounce back. So that's our hip rotation, and the shift loads us into the hip. So that on its own isn't enough to load really. You've got to shift and drop and then bounce back.
Yeah.
So no golf swing movements, just sideways.
So I'm going,
Dropping and then springing back onto the board, onto the rebound, onto the step. That's it, yeah. Both feet will jump, you're fine. Start with your feet close together, slide it up. A bit more, right to the edge, so you've got some room. You don't have to do a big slide, it's more about the drop and the twist of the foot. That's it. Yeah, that's great. Let's refine the action. So just use the forefoot, so the heel's off it. So you can just bend your ankle, just bend your knee a bit, just flex. plantar flex a bit just to get the heel raised, and then slide. You just get a, so it's controlled.
Okay.
And you can really control how far you go. Twist that foot, use that, that's going to load the hip. You can go there if you want to, use more vertical that way. You can push back more, you can really shift your mass and come back. So you can really shift, explore how you can apply that braking force and push yourself back. Yes. Fantastic. I mean, that's brilliant. Go on, see how far you can go now. Brilliant, well done. So it's a spine rotation device basically. It's designed by a spinal consultant, so spine surgeon, so Indian guy. On the rib cage, nice and relaxed, all we do is rotate. Switches all the obliques on. Okay, just rotating and then letting your feet let it come from the ground, so you can see my feet pronating, supinating, rotating. Then we're going to go on the board and we're going to shift. So sway, rotate, sway, and then rotate.
Yep.
Just looking forward, so just nicely slow and controlled. It's not about the range, it's not about the speed. Don't try and separate this. I want you just to rotate around your spine as one. Yes. Perfect.
It's feeling that there, the sort of ankle bone at the top of the shoe is sort of pushing the ankles as I supinate.
Yeah.
The feeling this is sort of turning into there, because obviously there's an element of A, rolling over, and B,
range.
There's a range. See, like this is where
yeah.
this, that's what my mobility allows.
Yeah.
But as you say, that's not necessarily.
We want to use that, but in a much shorter range. We want the impulse. We want that. We want to be able to use that. That range is great, but we want to move. We want a smaller range, but move faster through the range.
Yeah.
Your mobility is allowing you to move quick. We want to use that aspect of it, not the actual range, because otherwise, it's basically applying force over a long period of time, pushing something as opposed to doing that.
Yeah.
So that's great. Now we'll go on to the trolley then, onto the board. So let's see if we can get some sway then rotation. Perfect. See if you can just increase the tempo back to the target whilst you're still rotating that way. There we go. That's what we want. There. Okay. Good. Yeah. You can get internal rotation lots of different ways here. So when you anteriorly tilt and drop, you can internally rotate a little bit. Okay. When you shift, you can use your pelvis and shift into this. Okay.
So presumably that's also creating a torque in the foot.
100%.
In that foot.
So no goal swing. So what we're going to do, we're going to start. I'm going to mirror you. So that's our lead side. That's our trail side.
Yeah.
Go onto your lead side and twist your feet towards that basket. Now to get to the other side, we've got to drop. Now you've got to drop straight away. Good. So that loads the hip. And it's outside the ankle, and you're on this side of the board. Perfect. Now you stay on this side of the board, and you go up. Now you stay on this side, and just, watch me, we go up. So you've held the drop, stick the hip out by twisting the foot in. That's perfect. Now, belt buckle, pops. Perfect. They're just side to side. So we'll just do 1 and 2 first. So the club, that's it. So you're just shifting. It's like, this is the wrecking ball action.
Yeah.
And you've got that down to a T already. That's you.
Bless
And then we go into number 3. So we go forward on 1, back on 2, and drop into a 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. So you've gone.
Now you're there.
I've gone the opposite way to you. That's all. So it happens. It's a bit of a mind bender, this one, because
But your knee was you were
me rotating this way.
so
Okay.
yeah.
So watch this. So if you go, watch this. Just hold that with your left hand on your, just somewhere around there, left shoulder. Right. So we're going to go 1 and 2. This doesn't do a lot. But on 3, we're going to drop. This is going to go to that wall.
Okay.
So we go forward on 1, 2, 3. There you go. Good. Just rotate. So stand on your right leg for me there. Let's just drop it. Just hold the club up here. We're not going to swing it. All we're going to do is drop into the lead side. But this, we swing this to that wall. And then come back. That's your 3. And let your hip drop out towards that basket. There you go. Cool. Just keep looking in. You just drop it. Okay, just step on the board again. Go onto your lead side. Right foot back. Split the stance for a lunge, and we're just going to do a little exercise. So I'm just going to take you through this lead side action. Just put your hand on your collarbone there. Either hand's fine. Just rotate the shoulders from here. So nice and free with the upper torso. And when you feel the moment's right, what I want you to do, as you turn back, you drop. That's it. Okay, good. So we've got to stay that way with the mass. There you go. And you drop in. So you've got really brilliant hip, lower back, mid-thoracic rotation. And this is more than you need. This would be for a bombing a drive. This would be a driver for a big smash. You'd be really separating. There you go. I mean, that's huge separation in the This is deep in the downswing. This is so late. 1, 2, 3. Then bang, you just pop and it goes.
I guess at the moment, what is how do you get back? The trouble, the danger is that okay, you can get there, but you've got to get back. You still got.
So what you've just done there, you see, because this isn't the fastest part of your golf swing, by no means, you've just moved earlier. That's all you've done. It's not faster. You've just moved your pressure quicker. You've just done that. The fastest part of your golf swing now is this.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't worry. Your golf swing is going to tension up and adapt to this, because that's like that's just like saying, well, how do I throw a ball when I move my foot forward? How do I do it? But you push off and rotate, and your release is later, because you're used to an earlier release. Okay, that's all. So you do a brilliant job of delaying it, but you're not going to have to work hard, or you're not going to have to be you'll be aware of it, but you're not going to be thinking about having to create a strike, or you're not going to be too concerned with that. You're going to be more bothered about the shot you're playing, because this stuff will take care of
It's all
itself.
freewheeling.
Because the body already knows where it is. We're just giving it an opportunity to use its GPS system. At the minute, its GPS system's it's having to work its nuts off just to get to the golf ball, because we're skewing things, because we're essentially disorientating ourselves, because we're out of play. We're disorientating in terms of where we need to be with the ball. So here, what we're going to do now is we're going to drop in towards the yellow. So you've done this earlier on the trampette, but you're just going to edge up to the yellow. Heel will be off the floor, so you can slide it. So you can crease the toe box a bit. So you can use that 4-4, and then you're going to push it off in that direction. Don't spin you.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Bit more of a jump with both feet. Cool. Okay, it's not about how far you go, it's about, I go shorter distance, but really spin yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're after. Now, let's just strengthen that up a bit. Okay, so we're going to imagine or try, you've got real sharp spikes on cleats for this. We're going to twist this mat that way. So we're going to try.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to essentially imagine you're on a bottle top and you're trying to twist it that way. So what you do is you'd counter move this way with the drop to then, and then you wouldn't try and twist this.
No.
Right? You would be pushing this way. In fact, this foot's going to push back, and you would.
I mean that foot's
right
really being driven by the pelvis rotating, isn't it? I mean,
no, it waits the push off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pushing
But
the
what
hip
I'm,
back. Yeah,
but hold on a
rotates the
second.
pelvis.
You're pushing off with that foot.
Yes.
That's sending that foot back.
Yes,
therefore
it is.
that
Yeah.
pelvis.
The glutes drive it.
This bit's coming forward, and then that foot's going forward. You're not
These bits
actually
together.
doing anything particularly
No, no.
conscious with that
Oh
foot.
no,
That's
no.
what I was
Yeah,
saying.
sorry, yeah. No, so this goes forward, you see, to rotate the pelvis.
Yep.
It doesn't do that.
No.
So you'll feel it just by trying to twist it. Try and work that way more. Try and work front to back. So you don't need to twist your body, just twist the rug, twist the cut, twist the vector mat. So see if you imagine you're ripping it straight down the middle. That's better. That's what we're after. Yes. That is awesome. And that's so much more tension now.
Yeah.
The body. So much more stable. All you're going to do, you're going to train this lead side a bit. Take your setup. Ball in the normal place, middle of the stance, narrow stance for a little pitch. Bring your left foot back now so it's more in line with the ball. And then you're going to do the step exercise. So it's going to restrict your backswing because you're dropping at the same time you're swinging back. So it's going to restrict it. Okay, you're not got all this free range to use. And then you just pop it. So what we're going to see is the timing of the pop. And we'll just see how it looks first. What's happening when? That's what we're interested in. And how. Yeah. So I'd say, yeah, that's it. Then the ball will be in the right place when you take your step. So bring the left foot back. Cool.
Oh, that feels weird.
Well done. We're going to put the slope, we're going to move it to 4%.
Oh, right. That's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So it's all on on here and this out. And then basically now we're on 4%. You've got to get the leg point
This
forward.
is getting there.
Yeah. So that's it, narrow the stance, just a 50-yard pitch, but let's get that low point forward, let's get that downward angle of attack. Okay.
So that's that.
And this is why the body's not letting you get your pressure earlier with the 7-iron. So once we get comfortable with this, it's going to let us, so it's still too late getting left. Yeah. So narrow the stance. Well played. Beautiful. In this exercise, if I can borrow this, you can allow yourself to push back, push you into this side bend.
As opposed, yeah, okay.
As opposed to just being
Yeah.
level and just moving the whole posture, but back. That's it. And let the club release into the floor this way. Not to the target, just down to the ground. Well played. Awesome. Well done.
I think this is where I need to do a bit of sort of recalibrating because
That's nice. You see, these forces are quite big, and you've been used to.
and I'm also still on the
You're on
downslope.
You're on the downslope, but this is going to happen on a golf course potentially.
Sure.
So you've got to be able to you've got to be comfortable adapting to this. That was awesome. For you, it's like
Yeah.
it's like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You're like it's like that 2 is just it's literally a tap
Yeah.
for you, which is why I think this is good.
Yeah.
Because you're getting used to going from there to there, there to there, there to there.
Yeah. It's
At the
almost.
tempo.
It's almost like.
Yeah, it is that. It's not almost. It is that.
Yeah.
And then, look, wrecking ball into drop to pop. It's like so. Walking wise, you've just done this.
Yeah.
And then you can hop in. Well played. Well played.
That felt and sounded like I still finished quite forward, so sort of needing to.
Yes, exactly. And that's it. That looked fantastic. Well done.
Felt like the club head felt freer in that shot. I'm not feeling any. Like I'm not doing any back. I'm not really got any swing thoughts other than that.
Perfect.
Um,
What's going to give you all your info is the golf shot. How do you need to move forward, back? That's going to your GC3 is going to give you some data, but you're going to start to associate feelings with this. What a strike! What a golf shot! What a golf shot that was!
and my intention was the 150 there.
That was mega. That was awesome. We'll leave it there. That was fantastic. Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Andy. Awesome. This is the start of what you were asking for at the beginning. You say, "Look, I want to. This is my journey. Now you've got time. It's like brilliant. This is a baseline. This is the foundations for you to go and build on, to go and develop the game, to get you to where you want to go. Because these are all underpinning motor skills and patterns that are so essential for you to be able to adapt.
Yeah.
This is not a fix. This is not like the model and then you go and work on this and just groove it. This is now you're creating repetitive patterns which are giving you license to go and explore with your movement and adapt and start to speed up, slow down, move into. You're going to start to recognise through especially with the kit you've got as well, and adding stuff like this and going on the golf course, using the lies, makes you so much more adaptable, and you can start getting more feedback that you can start to recognise and start to challenge yourself with, and create movement strategies, solutions.
Yeah, no, that's been brilliant.